ACBL score for Joan's Monday Bridge. Here's the way we do it. Go to the laptop and on the desktop look for the ACBL score shortcut. Double click on that and away we go into starting ACBL score. First thing we want to do is set up a game, so the Monday morning game. And we just click here. And here this might auto-populate when we do it in real life, but for now let's put in the date code. And we're going to do it for a Monday game, July 15th. And the Monday morning game is always listed as M. It starts at 11 o'clock, hit OK, and that completes our date code. Okay, to set up the game? Yes, it is. Now within the game, we have to set up the actual section we're playing. So we do add section. And it'll ask us a bunch of questions. Most of these defaults are going to be perfect. So yes, it is a pairs game. We'll assign it section A, which is what Joan likes to do on Monday mornings. There's a color that doesn't make any difference. We'll just do whatever it wants. And then again, defaults for OK. Number of tables. Okay, well, if today we have 10 and a half, we round up to 11, so we'll put that in. And that's 11 tables. Maximum number of rounds. Well, we want to play 24 boards. And so if we do 3 per table, that's going to be 8. If we do 2 per table, it would be 12, of course. But we'll put in 8 here. Words per round, it'll compute. 3 is yes, correct. Again, hitting defaults. Phantom pair. If we have a half table, the answer to the phantom pair question is yes. If an even number, it would be no, but today we have a half table. And it wants to know who the sit out is, or actually who the phantom is, which is the opposite of sit out. So we're setting up east-west. Phantom pair will be north-south. And we tend to have that as the last table. So table 11 will be a sit-out table for east-west. And phantom north-south. Little warning, that's fine. And now it asks for travelers. We'll just put down what doing paper travelers. We're going to correct that for a second, because right here it asks the key question. Where we use a remote server, that's the Bridgemates. And yes, we want to be able to do that. Okay, again, some more questions that'll be default. We're doing a club type master point assignment. This should default to Joan's Bridge Club. And the week and the session number for Mondays is 1. That's just Monday mornings are automatically 1. We hit OK, and that should verify it against what Joan has for sanctioned games. So that's going to be fine. It says, yes, we are ACBL sanctioned. And now a few more questions for assigning master points. Again, all these defaults are going to be fine. And there we have it. We are now set up with Joan's game with section A ready to go. Just hit OK. Now, what's next? Key thing here is it gives you the instructions to start the Bridgemates with the BMS command. So what does that mean? We hit Alt-L to get the list of all the commands. And down at the bottom, very bottom, scrolling down, you'll see the Bridgemates commands beginning with B. And the key one is BMS rather. Bridgemate start. So this is going to erase all the stale data from the Bridgemates and refresh it and tell it about our movements and prepare to go. And so yes, we want to double click on that or hit the OK button. And it tells us yes, we're about to start things up. Now when we hit the OK button, the S button here, click. we're actually going to start another program. It's called the Bridgemate Control Software. So this is a separate program which is running in parallel with ACBLScore. And that's happening sort of in the background or in parallel. We can actually see what's going on. If we double click on the rows and go down to the row, you'll see the little symbol for the Bridgemate Control Software and see what it's doing. We pop it up and we say yes. It understands what's going on. Those little 11 red balls say, yeah, there are 11 Bridgemates that haven't been turned on yet, but it knows there should be one for a table for all 11 tables, including the sit-up. And so that'll be collecting scores as we go along. So there you have it. We're ready to start. We can tell people to turn on their Bridgemates and start play. And that will be it for most of the time. Now there is one more thing we can talk about, and it is what happens if at some point you realize, no, we've got to make a change in how the game is being run. Either another person comes in or we have the wrong number. Control L, go to the set command, S-E-T, and then it'll allow you to make changes. Go to number 5, change the rotation. And here it'll ask you again all those questions you had before about how many tables and phantoms and that. And you can just re-enter the data to sort of make any corrections you need to do. So that's something that you should be prepared to do. It comes up sometime. And basically the answers for us right now, well, it's a good review because the answer is going to be the same. Mitchell movement, 10.5 tables round up to 11. 3 boards per round for a maximum of 8 rounds, so everyone plays 24 boards, or at least the people who don't have sit-outs. And yes, we have a phantom pair because there's a half table. Yes, it is north-south sitting out. Sorry, north-south is phantom, east-west sits out at table 11. And now we're totally ready to go, and this time it'll actually tell us, yes, you've already started the server, so the score entry is enabled. And we're ready to hold our game.